So lecture for today, VLAN trunk and VLAN access. So here is some VLAN configuration commands. Okay, there is some different small topic about this VLAN. So VLAN name, switchport PVID, switchport mode, switchport trunk, and show VLAN. Okay, so Tagore and Shriram, you create VLAN yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. You also given name also, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So switchport PVID, you know the Ethernet port and SFP port on layer 2 switch, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is a switch port, okay? That G1 or G2, that is a Ethernet port, okay? So that called switch port. Same also on SFP port, G9 and G10. That is a SFP port. So that also called switch port. Okay. After switch port, here is a show PVID. So PVID means VLAN. Okay. So that is a other language PVID. Switch port VLAN, switch port PVID is the same. Got it? Point is clear. Tagore and
Yes, sir.
Sriram.
Clear.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So after that switch port mode, okay, that switch port, okay, that interface on which mode? That is on access mode or trunk mode. Okay. So which mode that switch port works with VLAN activity? VLAN activity means that port with VLAN access or that port carry multiple VLAN. Okay. So there is a two different parts. So after that port, switch port trunk. Okay. So switch port, that switch port, Ethernet switch port, either SAP switch port, and after that is a trunk. Trunk is trunk means that port is carry multiple VLAN. Okay. For example, that port carry VLAN 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So 224096. See, also VLAN 1. See here also 1 2 VLAN 4094. So that called we as a switch port of that G2 or G6, G9 or G10. Then show VLAN, which we created VLAN 2, VLAN 4, VLAN 100, VLAN 4000, etc. Okay. So point is clear about switchport PVID, switchport mode, switchport trunk. Sriram and Tagore.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in switchport PVID, that port work with only one VLAN. Okay. So that called is switchport PVID. And switchport trunk means that port work with multiple VLAN. Okay. Got the difference about PVID and switchport trunk?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Same like this switchport PVID also I call switchport access. Okay. Switchport access work with VLAN single VLAN and switchport trunk is work with multiple VLAN. Okay. See, yesterday you create VLAN 100, VLAN 200. Okay, so same like here VLAN 2. Okay, see here also configure VLAN 200 with name. So here given name main 405. Okay, so that is a network name main 405. Some area name, some office enterprise network name. Okay, VLAN 200. So after that configured switchport PVID. Switchport PVID means only single VLAN configure on particular port. VLAN range is 124094. Okay, actually 4096, but another two VLANs are reserved that not used. So used VLAN is 124094. Okay, so this is main thing. See, yesterday I told you all ports are subordinate to VLAN 1. Okay, so they work with VLAN 1 always, but manageable switch. Okay, unmanageable switch, no any knowledge about this VLAN. Okay, they only pass forward the frames by layer 2 data link protocol. See, the VLAN of the PVID must exist before conferring this command. The port can be access mode or frame relay mode. Example. Okay. So interface Giga Ethernet 0/1 as the access interface of VLAN 10. Okay. So Giga Ethernet 01 is the access PVID with VLAN 10. So switch default to privilege, then privilege to config mode. Okay. So here is interface with config mode. Okay. Interface Giga Ethernet 0/1 and we put VLAN 10. Switchport PVID 10. Okay. So that is a G1 port member of VLAN 10. Okay. G1 port with VLAN 10 access mode. Okay. Point is clear with interface G1 is VLAN 10 Tagore and Sriram.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, switch port mode. So this VLAN 10 means switch mode access. Okay. You know the parameter of description access sets non-trunking, non-tagged single VLAN layer 2. Okay. So in access mode, single VLAN work with layer 2 interface. Then another one is .1Q tunnel. Sets the trunking mode to tunnel unconditionally. And third one is a trunk mode. So basically use access Dot one Q tunnel means trunk, similarly as a trunk. See, specifies a trunking VLAN layer 2. Trunking VLAN means multiple VLANs. See, if you enter access mode, the interface goes into permanent non-trunking mode and negotiates to convert the link into a non-trunk link even if the neighboring interface does not agree to change. If you enter trunk mode, the interface goes to permanent trunking mode and negotiates to convert the link into trunk link even if neighboring interface does not agree to the change. Then if you enter .1q tunnel mode, the port is set unconditionally as a 802.1q tunnel port. So 802.1q, this is a standard, okay, IEEE mechanism. So the switch port modes command conflicts with 8021x protocol. You cannot configure 1021x protocol in trunk mode. So 1021x protocol is valid only in access mode. Okay. So this protocol and this protocol different. Here is a 1x, here is a 1q. 1q means .1q tunnel and 1x means access mode. So that way we configure this access mode and trunk .1q tunnel. See the following examples. In config mode, after config mode, interface G1, switch port mode trunk. Okay, so switch port mode trunk means we carry multiple VLAN point A to point B. Correct? If we create VLAN 100, VLAN 200, and VLAN 300, okay. So these three VLANs we carry with port number G1, interface Giga Ethernet 0/1, okay. And that port is switch mode trunk. And this VLAN switch mode trunk VLAN allowed 100, 200, and 300. Okay, so these three VLAN we carry with G1 port. Okay, G1 interface. So that is a switch port trunk. See, to set the trunk characteristics, use the switch port trunk command to reset all of the trunking characteristics back to the original defaults. Use no from this command, no switch port trunk. The switch mode trunk, no switch port mode trunk. Okay, so here is VLAN allowed and VLAN untagged. So now I given just example VLAN 100, 200, and 300 multiple VLAN allowed to port number 1. So that is a any VLAN you create between 1 to 4094. Okay. Similarly VLAN untag. So VLAN untag means set the allowed VLAN that transmit from this interface untag format. Untag format means uh, first is a tag VLAN and second one is untag VLAN. Tag VLAN means comes from backend. Okay, so VLAN 100 tag for Airtel bandwidth. VLAN 200 is a with Geo bandwidth. Okay, and VLAN 300 is basically enterprise network. Three different VLANs for different scenario, different network. Okay, but similarly, other networks, VLAN 400 and VLAN 500. Okay, so there is a no any tag VLAN. Okay, there is a simple VLANs with you also call blank VLAN. Okay, that called VLAN untag. Similarly, you for example VLAN 1. So VLAN 1 is a untag VLAN always. So that is the difference with VLAN tag and VLAN untag. The default native VLAN ID is 1. Okay. So native VLAN, untag VLAN, that is a VLAN ID 1. See, you can use this command on the interface no matter is in access or trunk mode. But this command is valid only when the interface is in trunking mode. Okay. The VLAN allowed parameters set the list of allowed VLAN that transmit traffic from this interface in tag format. The VLAN untag parameter set the list of allowed VLANs that transmit traffic from his interface in untag format. Okay. The VLAN list format is all the remove except list so and so. Okay. This format. All specify VLAN from 1 to 105 begin with. Okay. This is Cisco transit VLAN ID 1210994. Okay. Indication keyboard switch mode boot trunk. So multiple VLANs we carry with VLAN trunking mode. Also same, you can add with trunking mode. You can also remove. Okay, so you add VLAN 100, 200, and 300. Okay, so you need to remove that VLAN 300. So you need to put command VLAN allowed remote 300 VLAN 300. So VLAN 300 is removed from that list. Okay, so VLAN list is either single VLAN number from 1 to 1005, a continuous range of VLANs described by a two VLAN number. The laser one first separate represents the VLAN ID allowed VLANs when this port is trunking mode. Beginning with Cisco iOS release, VLAN ID range is from 1 to 4094. See the example. We configure VLAN ID range to 1 to 10. Okay. So default mode to privilege mode to config, then config to interface. Gigabyte Ethernet 0/1. So here the switchboard trunk VLAN allowed 1-10, then 20-30, then 55. Okay, this is range command. This is range. This is group. After that, switchboard trunk VLAN untag. Okay, 2-1000. These are trunk VLANs or these are untagged. Same thing is the double tagging. Okay. Some switch chips don't support port-based VLAN tunneling configuration. They only support enabling or disabling this characteristic at the same time on all interfaces. Please refer to the model description of the configuration manual. The switch that uses this kind of switch doesn't provide the switchport mode.1q tunnel command in the interface configuration mode. It provides the double tagging command in the global configuration mode. Instead, they enable or disable the double tagging characteristics. Does it double tagging means multiple VLAN you need to tag on that work with trunk mode, not access mode. In access mode, only single VLAN work always. See, to display VLAN, to show VLAN ID. See, G1, G2, this is the ports. Then is the static VLAN you created, VLAN 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That VLAN access with port number G3. This is a member of G3. See, these are attributes. G1 trunk and untag. Then we create G2 access mode. Then G5 trunk untag. G7 tag, trunk tag. Also G10 is access. So we also create this trunk and access mode in our L2 switch after some time. Okay. See here gigabyte Ethernet is a trunk mode with VLAN 13579. Okay, because this is trunk mode. Okay, and gigabyte Ethernet 0/7. This is the access port. This work with only one VLAN. VLAN is 7. So this is a main other difference. Interface super VLAN. So VLAN. Super VLAN and sub VLAN. See, the following example interface super VLAN 5 is configured and sub VLANs are set. Okay, so interface super VLAN 5 has the sub VLAN list 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, and 12. That is VLAN 2, VLAN 3, VLAN 5, VLAN 6, 7, VLAN 9, VLAN 11, VLAN 12. Interface super VLAN 5, sub VLAN 2, 3, 5-7. Also sub VLAN add 7, 9, 12. Sub VLAN remove 10. So these super villain and sub villain, but this not used in our normal network. Okay. So now we go to practical mode. Okay. So first log in your L2 switch. Okay, and create VLAN. Okay, Sriram and Tagore.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please note this activity. Okay, you need to create this this configuration in your switch. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay, I mentioned with name. Okay, so please note down your end first. First note down. Okay, so then we open and configure our switch. You both access your switch with login username and password.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so first create VLAN. Okay, Create your VLANs in your switch. 2468 for Tagore, 1357 for Sriram. Please create VLAN. Command is here on in config mode VLAN 2. Also give a name also, huh? Give particular name on particular VLAN. If complete, please tell me. Sriram and Tagore created this VLAN,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
completed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so setting saved or not? Or
Save.
say okay. So put command write all. Okay, write all and enter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because so first to create access mode. Okay, see port number G1 is with VLAN 10. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So for access VLAN 8 for Tagore and access VLAN 7 for Sriram. Okay, interface 4. Okay, for Sriram and interface 2 for Tagore. So configure this command for this VLAN for this interface. Okay, please do it. Screen is visible, na?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. Also this configured, you have to save. Okay, write all and enter on privilege mode.
Sir, computer, sir.
Completed,
Yes, sir.
both of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and save these settings.
Yes, sir. Save.
So first to create, okay, your port. See, trunk mode, switch port mode, trunk. Okay, first to create switch mode trunk. Okay, then you allowed VLAN this trunk allowed. Okay, okay. So configure this way switch mode trunk and allowed your VLAN. Okay, for Tagore 246 and for Sriram 135.
Okay, sir.
Hi Tagore, hi Sriram. Sriram completed?
Sir, completed, sir.
Okay. So first Tagore, you share your screen, please. Okay, for full screen, full screen. Okay. 4, 6, 8, static 1, network 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That is a member with VLAN 0404. Okay. P2 access. Show run, put command show running config. Okay. Interface gigabyte Ethernet. Switch port PBID 8. So you go to interface gigabyte 0/2.
Yes,
Yes. Please go. Okay. No, you type that command. Interface giga Ethernet 0/2. Okay. Okay. So this interface is access mode or trunk mode?
trunk mode, sir.
Huh?
Zero access mode, sir. Zero slash two.
Correct. So access mode na. So you need to type switch mode access. Okay. Switch port mode access. Enter. Okay. Exit,
Yes, sir.
exit, and save the setting. Again, show running config. See the difference. Okay. Interface giga Ethernet 0/4. There is a return command switch port mode trunk. Okay. Here we can display. Okay. But these ports are already in access mode. Okay. You know the difference?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So these are already in access mode. Okay. Okay, good. Successfully configured. Okay.